All right, bro, we back, man. So our random topic this week is about fashion, all things fashion, man. And I'm talking about the trends of fashion. I'm talking about the way it's changed, the way it's affecting society, just the whole aspect of how people dress impacts the way people view people and everything. We're gonna talk about all that. We're not gonna go super detailed into it, but we're just gonna have some fun and talk about those scenarios that I explained there. So the first thing we'll talk about because fashion is the trend. So we watch over the years how fashion is trend. So when you met me in college, what was I rocking, bro?
Probably white tees and
Right?
nah, honestly,
Yeah, I was straight out. Yeah,
baggy shorts,
yeah,
tall tees.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
I already know. So
you probably had the wife beater on under it with like the baggy jeans,
exactly.
the jeans that was basically like the jean shorts that was
Yep, I had jorts. I had jorts.
basically high waters.
I had jorts straight out of Baltimore.
Yep,
So I
yep.
graduated. Well, I shouldn't say I graduated. I say, I moved when I was in middle high school. So I was super ghetto. Straight out of Baltimore, just trying to make my way in Florida. And people made fun of me all the time the way I dressed, but I dressed just like everybody from my hood dressed, like white tees, fresh white tee, jorts, jeans, Air Force Ones. Obviously, I'm still doing that to this day. But I was still in that super hood lane. But then the joint changed on me in the middle of college, bro. So we're in college. I'm rocking freshman year, sophomore year. I'm in my white tee, all that, and then apparently tight clothes is back in fashion. So I'm like, I'm resistant, and I don't understand what happened because apparently, that was the thing, and I just didn't know. And everybody else then switched up, and then they started making fun of me. Like, I don't understand what happened. So my whole thing about it is like this: who decides when it switches?
Celebrities basically.
Exactly.
They
So
decide. They're the ones, the people that are the most popular. They're the ones that decide what's in and what's out.
yeah,
I
so
mean, on a broad basis, like ultimately, it's up to you what you wear. But if you really want to be like with the trends, like yeah, you got to follow the celebrities, bro.
yeah, because shorties would be like, "Yo, why you rocking that? That's not no longer the thing." Like, it wasn't like it was a choice for me. Like, I had to change because the shorty was like, "No, this ain't the thing no more." Like I said, because obviously, whatever you dress is all because of whatever the shorty's like. Like you only dress the way you dress because that's the style that attracts the opposite sex type thing. That's the only reason why you do that. Because if it was up to me, my ass be in pajamas and a hoodie all day because that's I feel most comfortable in that. I would just get up out of bed and just go to work. Like why would I
Yeah,
give a damn? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that I'm more comfortable in my sleeping gear than in my
yeah.
regular gear. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't understand. For me, that's my biggest issue with fashion is that I don't understand why some clowns in LA and wherever that run the society can decide what is fashionable. And then change the entire society based off of just somebody woke up with some like, all right, I don't think baggy clothes is the thing anymore. I don't think tight clothes is the thing. Like because where I'm from, tight clothes is on some you start talking about people, like you start calling them names and stuff like that.
Nah, it's actually
Okay.
it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny that you mentioned that because I've always wore stuff that fit. Like I wouldn't consider my clothes tight, but I've always had stuff that fit because I'm not going to be walking around pulling up my pants. I can't do it. Like I'm just not here for it. I'm too lazy for
And
that.
where I'm
So
from, if you ain't pulling up your pants every 4 or 5 minutes, you ain't hood, bro. You
I
ain't
know.
from
I get
here.
it. I get it though. I understand it. I understand it. I understand it because I've seen people do it, and I've seen people like that. You're just like, dang man, have they ever heard of a belt? Because their pants are basically on the floor. You
You
know what I
watch
mean? So I've
me,
seen
right? You
it.
watch me
I've
elevate. You watch me
I've seen
transform
it,
the
bro.
elevate.
I've seen it. So, but the funny thing is though, like me just wearing my fitted clothes, like basically like my stuff's just fit. It's not loose like a lot of people would be. And I caught myself like in Texas and dudes was trying to hit on me for that exact reason, because my clothes fit basically, and they were like, "Oh well, he got tight clothes, and
Most people,
you
yeah.
know what I mean." Exactly,
So,
exactly,
yo, when
bro.
you first said that, I
Exactly.
thought you
So
were
I'm just
saying,
so that's when I remember one of my homies. I was like, "Yo, this has happened to me twice. Like, what do you think is going on?" And he was just like, "Honestly, like." You might want to take it as a compliment because those kind of dudes only hit on dudes that look good, and I'm like,
hey,
I guess,
oh,
but still,
this is
bro, it's like
hilarious.
it's
Yo, this is
weird.
hilarious. This is hilarious. All
Yes,
right.
yes,
Yo,
this has
this is
happened.
hilarious. Yo, this is exactly what I knew. I was the shit, bro. This is what I knew I was the shit, bro. When motherfucking dudes was hitting me up, like, hold up, what? I don't give off. Do I give off gay vibes? Like, I'm questioning myself. When,
Nah, bro,
when it's not
nah,
just the
straight,
shorties,
straight
when
up,
the
dude.
chicks side, when the niggas side, like, yo, hold up now. What's going on here? Okay, I know I look good, but why do you think it's okay to say this to me like a shorty would say this to me?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
What
They,
is going
you
on?
know, they didn't even come at me like incorrect like that was the thing, but it's like just dudes just like randomly asking for your number and not to play basketball. You know what I mean? Like,
No, what
so
the
that's when you know. And then
hell?
another time, dude was very direct about it. Right? This is what he said. He was like, "Oh, so you new to San Antonio?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty new around here, bro. I don't really know too much that's going on." And he was like, "Oh man, like you gotta go out sometime." He's like, "They got some." This is what he says, Drew. Like he was like, "They got some really nice like bars around here." He was like, they got like some gay bars, some bisexual bars. I'm
I
like,
remember this conversation. We had this conversation.
yes, and I was like, "Oh." So then I was like, okay, let me calm this down. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, I would definitely go to the straight bars if I were to go to any. That was my response,
No, we gotta take
and
this
that
shit back
ended
in
right
time.
there. But I couldn't even be mad at him because if you were gonna go, like try to talk to somebody, like how else would you do it? I was
But
like
no, you
that
wouldn't
approach
talk.
was clever. Like I can't even be mad at you. But yeah, I would definitely go to the straight bars, bro.
No,
Like,
we had this
and that
conversation
was that was
years
the end
ago.
of it.
It's
Say
hilarious.
what?
This is we've actually had this conversation about that this same
Yeah,
scenario years ago. This is
yeah,
hilarious.
bro.
Yo, so remember we used to go to Cal Carter, right?
Yeah.
The first time we used to go to KKK, we just call it. But we used to go to these bars in college, right? And for the audience, this is one of those white college bars, like it's weird, like everybody just get drunk and start dancing weird and type shit. You know what I'm saying? But you just get into it because you just accept it because that's everybody in your environment thinks it's cool. So like you just accepted it, right? But I remember the first time we went to the to the Cal Corner, it was you, me, and Dave, right? And we just sat there chilling in the back, and we just saying like all these people are super crazy drunk right now. They look ridiculously stupid right now. But you know what? There's a whole lot of children in here. We're just gonna have fun. And I was just there looking like, yo, Dre, why are we here, bro? Like this is not we don't
Yeah, we was
belong here.
lost.
Like
We
it's
was
a bunch of
lost,
rich
bro. We was
kids
lost.
getting drunk. Like we did not fit in college. Now we
Out
did
of
what we had to do to
yeah.
fit in, but we did not fit in at that school. It's a blessing that obviously that we met, but that was not the school to go to because we did not fit in there. Like it was
Yeah.
hilarious how much
We
we
found we found our role. We found our role though, and the way to get us out of trouble and stay out of trouble is just play sports. You know
just
what I
hoop.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
just hoop.
that
Yeah.
was the big thing. It's like, oh, intramurals, like we just hoop all day. We
And it
literally
brought everybody together.
go
Yep.
to class, ball, and then
Yep.
go to sleep. Like we was good
Yeah, it was
and
good.
recycle. Yeah, rinse and
It was
recycle,
great.
bro.
It was great. It was great, man.
Yeah, yeah, good stuff.
But we're going to the
Yeah,
next part of the fashion, and my thing is, and I know that people gonna be sensitive about this, but I had to say it, man. Wearing dresses and skirts is not cool. Like no matter what, I'm not trying to hear the excuses and behavior about it. Like, there's female clothing and there's men clothing, and I understand that there's going to be a mix, especially with the whole gender thing going on right now, like identification thing. But Russell Westbrook thinking that making skirts is cute is cool is not cool with me because Russell Westbrook is actually from like the hood like us like he would never do that shit if he was still coming up. The only reason why he feels brave enough to think that he could be different and just do wild shit is because he's rich. So my thing is this: Fashion is for wealthy people, bro. Unless you're wealthy, you don't get to act like this. Normal people dress like you know how to dress, or dress how you want to dress, not how your favorite person dresses. Dress how you want to dress, and if people don't accept you the way you dress, then with all due respect, fuck them, bro. Now, for me, I adjusted because I knew that super baggy ghetto shit was never gonna fly. Period. So I had to adjust. So I'm not gonna act like I didn't adjust, but I understood that we rocked them tall tees because that was a thing, man. Because that wasn't always a thing growing up. So obviously there's gonna be slight adjustments to fashion and whatnot. But yo, just how you want to dress. Dress how you think makes you feel good or look good. And then the people that really fuck with you will not have an issue with it. The people that are into social media type of or following trends things, those people, they're always gonna flip on what they're gonna have an issue because they like, whatever. But for me, I've been dressing the same, like damn near ever since the white tee. I've been dressed the same. I rock regular t-shirt outside of my shirt and tie when I'm at work. Regular t-shirt, fitted, jeans, and then some Nikes. I don't rock nothing but Nikes. I'm loyal to Nike. If you see me outside of Nikes, I made a mistake and I can't justify it. It's usually just my sandals, but I'm in nothing but Nikes all the time. It's either Air Force Ones or Jordan Ones. You're not gonna see me nothing else unless I'm hooping. Like I dress the way I dress, and I'm loyal to it, and I love the way I dress, and I don't. And it's worked for me my entire life, and I'm not gonna change just because somebody thought it was cool to be to be different and then change the whole fashion because they're rich. That's corny to me. Like dress how you want to dress.
Yeah, I share that opinion. I don't dress for looks anymore. I can't say I ever really did. Like I was big on my like button-up shirts because I don't know why. But I was big on my button-up shirts. Always had to be buttoned all the way to the top when I wore them, like without fail. That was me. So I was big on those in like high school and sometimes when I wanted to look decent going to work or college or whatnot. But since then it's all been comfort for me, bro. All been comfort. Like I wear whatever is comfortable. And if somebody look my way when I'm wearing something comfortable, perfect, because it's what I'm always gonna be wearing. Like I probably owned the most sweatpants in college for someone that was going to a school in Florida. Probably way too many sweatpants.
Yep.
But that's what I wore. Like you can catch me in sweatpants on my way to class because that was the most comfortable thing I had. Sweatpants and intramural championship t-shirts. That was the dress code.
And the same idea for me. Like for me, I love ties just like my pop. So I'm always gonna be in a tie. Every single time you see me in a work setting, you're gonna see me in a tie. I love ties. I got about 50 to 70 ties. So you probably won't ever see me repeat a tie unless you didn't see me for years.
You gonna teach me how to tie one of those, Drew? Or you got the clip on?
I got all the different
you got clip-ons?
Windsor, like I got all the different types. Any type of way you want to tie a tie, I got you. My pop's talking.
I'm playing, bro. I'm playing. I know how to tie one. I'm playing, bro.
I got you. I didn't know you said. I never.
You got to zip up ties, Drew. You ain't gotta lie, Drew.
I ain't never had a clip on in my life. But my ties is legit. I got the best tie game. I question anybody on tie game. My tie game.
I actually got a teacher that I think will give you a run for your money. I don't think he ever wears the same tie every day. I think he's got one for like every occasion, bro.
Yeah, when I get to 365, it's gonna be a wrap, bro.
I think he got you. I'm actually gonna have to find him. I'm actually gonna have to find him on Facebook to see if he got a better tie game than you because
my tie game
he's big on him.
My shit look like Pablo Picasso. Like my tie, it's not just about my tie look like someone that painted on that bitch, man.
I'm trying to get there with my socks, but they're not like as nice as ties, I just like any kinds of socks, like Hey Arnold, Goofy, all of that.
Why you wearing a tie?
Say what?
People ask me all the time, why you wearing a tie? Because I like ties. Like, yeah, and I look good as fuck. So
yep.
Like, why you
and it's because the
Period.
big thing is because you like it, and I
I
mean,
like it.
it's great. It's crazy because the other thing is on top of that, like you never got pulled over wearing a tie,
Ever.
and
Not
people
single
don't.
time.
People won't always understand that, but it's like I went to a gas station once, and I think I told you this before, but I picked up some gum, and I started to walk towards the line, and I was like, "Yeah, this line's way too long. Like, I got a flight to catch. I got to get out of here." So I put the gum back, start walking out, and the lady's like, "You're not gonna walk out here with that gum, are you?" I was like, "Serious? Like, you think I'm gonna steal some gum?" And I was like, "I put it back," and she was just like, "Okay, well, we got cameras all over here, so I hope you did put it back." And
Yeah.
and it was her lucky day because I had to catch a flight and I didn't have time to go off. But yeah, I almost
Yeah, your
lost it.
nigga moment.
I almost lost it on that lady today. I almost lost it on
You
that
got a
lady
nigga
today
moment.
over some gum. Like I'm telling you, if I didn't have a flight to catch, I wouldn't have left the store. I would have had them call the police on me or something because I would have lost my mind in there. I
Yeah,
would have lost my mind.
yeah.
And then on top of that, I would have bought 3 cases of gum just to
Yeah,
put out a point.
I can afford it. Like you think I'm
Like,
poor?
you know what? You know what? Give me all the gum in here. Ring it up right now.
Yeah, and your job. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Since I'm
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Literally, like I could have just been like, "Yo, I make double what you make, so actually ring up all the gum for me,
you be an
please."
asshole. Yeah, that's what I would have done. I would ask some shit like,
I just didn't have the time, bro. I
yeah,
wish,
like
because normally I could think of something perfect to do, but I just need a minute. So if I didn't have to catch a flight that day, I would have went and sat in my car and be like, "All right, this is what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go tell her this. Give
exactly.
me all the gum in here."
Yeah, yeah. No,
And
for
since you
sure,
want to
man.
be smart, ring it up.
Yo, so the last part of this is the way that fashion, and you talked about this a little briefly. You brought it up. Perfect segue into the way you dress is the way people view you. So people all ask me all the time, oh, why I dress in shirt and tie, all this other stuff. Now I could say that it's just because of society standpoint, looks and all that. But and my mom would tell you this, man. I used to dress up when I used to go to church, like in a whole suit and everything. Like I've always been into being super flashy. So that's always been my thing. It's being extra and being loud, like especially with ties and stuff. Like I've always been that guy. But on top of that, and my pops taught me this when I was real young. He was like, "You taught me about the perception about this." And I've shown, and statistically, y'all wouldn't believe it if I told you. But statistically, when I'm in a shirt and tie, you wouldn't believe the way people approach me walking down the street to where I'm in a shirt, where I'm wearing. If I'm dressed just like this right now, shirt, I'm in a t-shirt and a snapback or a fitted. If I'm in a t-shirt and a snapback fitted, I'm a gangster thug, especially if I'm black. But if I'm in a shirt and tie, all of a sudden now I'm civilized and cool and we good now. But if I was a white boy in a regular ass shirt, regular ass t-shirt with a hat on or a truckers or whatever, you wouldn't think that I was a thug gangster. You wouldn't think that, right? They don't think that. Their entire approach to me completely changes based off of what I'm wearing. So when I tell you that it matters, whether you think it's selling out or not, for me, I just like looking good anyway, so it doesn't really affect. I don't feel like I'm hurting anything by wearing a shirt tie because I look. I mean, we're not gonna get into the shorties and whatnot, but let's just say it doesn't hurt me. All right, let's just say that. All right. So when I wear a shirt and tie, you apparently basically this is the easy way I say it. When I'm in a shirt and tie, I'm white, and when I'm in a regular ass t-shirt and fitted or snapback, I'm black. That's how the way they approach me. I ain't never been pulled over. I ain't never been bothered. I never been in question. I went to the Apple store the other day and I was in a t-shirt, my regular clothes, and they talked to me like I was a stupid person. Like they were like they told me that the reason my iPad wasn't working is because I had a VPN on. Like, bro, you're a stupid person, like to be talking to me this way. And then he had the nerve to say to me, "How do you know that's I got my master's in business technology, but you don't think I do because you're a stupid ass person who judges people based off of their looks." So when I tell you that people judge you based off the way they look, I'm not like just saying it just to be like, yo, sell out. No, I'm telling you that's the way, that's the world we live in. So just adjust. Now, for me, it's not really much of an adjustment because I've been doing this my entire career. But I can understand why somebody who hasn't been doing it would feel like you selling out. But to me, it ain't nothing but a thing. Your
Um,
thoughts?
I get it. I get it. And you're speaking facts. I mean, it's as simple as like walking down the sidewalk or whatnot. Like sometimes it doesn't matter what I'm wearing. Like people will completely change and walk to the other side, like walk on the other side of the street because they see someone black. So it's like we just make people uncomfortable, like just by being us, really. So yeah, I can see like wearing a suit and tie. It kind of eases that stress and make it seem like okay, yeah, like they're a professional. Like they're not gonna rob me because they got a suit and tie on. That would just be weird.
I mean, you out here robbing people
Yeah.
in the middle of the day. Just like just, you understand how you have to be to think that we just out here robbing people in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
respect us as criminals
yeah.
either, because you can
But it is.
real
I mean,
criminals do that to you. Like
we literally just make people uncomfortable. But sometimes it's the other way around, though. And sometimes people are just like, because people say to me all the time, and it's weird when it happens. But I'm like, man, everyone says this. But you're like, yeah, you're just so approachable, you know. So I just came up and started talking to you. This happened at Florida Southern, bro.
bro,
Dude,
approachable. I get this all the time.
some dude
What is
literally just
what is it?
walked up to me and was just like, "Hey, man, you seem pretty cool. Like, I just felt like I wanted to talk to somebody." Like, just ran. It was a freshman, and when I was a junior, dude just decided he wanted to talk to me, and we just started talking. I'm just like, what?
No, yeah, we get it both ways too. And I probably should reveal this. I get it both ways. So when I'm dressed like this, apparently I sell drugs. So everybody asks me, "You got that shit? You got that lot?" Hold on now. I'm just chilling. Like, why do you think I have this drug for you? Like, I don't understand. I'm just chilling. Like in my t-shirt and a hat. Why do you think I sell drugs?
You know, some kid got me like that when I was hooping one day. They were just like, "Yo, what did they say? You smoke?" I was like, "No." You drink? No. And then he was like, "You a cop?" I'm like, like what are these questions, bro? Like, it was so funny. I'm just like, how did he get there? Like, oh
Basically,
man,
y'all just
it
watch too
was
many TV shows. Stop watching
just
TV
so
shows. Stop
funny.
judging people off TV shows, bro. Because TV shows ain't
Uh,
real life. I promise you, bro. I promise you. I'm a law-abiding citizen that, like, literally just my degree is in technology. You know, so that
great movie, by the way. Great movie.
I exactly. I got my history. Yeah. So so obviously I'm from the whatever I'm from. I'm not gonna get into all that, but obviously nobody's perfect. We did our things in the past, but do not just assume that you know better. And I dealt with this in the corporate world too. Just don't assume that you think you're smarter than me because I'm black. Like, stop insulting me because I promise you I will embarrass you. And and when I embarrass you, what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to flip it on me on some oh he's being mean to me because I'm calling out for asking me stupid ass questions. No. And in the corporate world, we have to swallow our pride many times because of this shit. But when I'm in a shirt and tie, I don't ever have to swallow my pride. They just respect me. All right. So,
Yeah, not only that,
but
just like
and I look pretty. So it all works out.
I feel like there's a little bit you can learn from everyone in the world too. So it's just like don't waste your time trying to judge people before you know them because you could be missing out on something you can learn from them. You know, because you could really learn something from everyone. Like not even like a whole I'm smarter than you or
Exactly.
you're dumb or you're a threat to me. Like just don't feel threatened by people, man. Like can't just I don't know. Oldest thing in the book, can't judge a book by its cover. Like you don't know anything about the person sitting next to you. Like even if they're dressed up like a certain type of person would be, like if they got freaking cowboy hat on and everything like that, you might think they're a certain type of way, but you don't know.
You don't
You
know.
really don't know. That might just be their fashion. You know what I mean? Like you can assume and you can keep your distance, but you can't treat them a certain way if they did nothing to you. You know what I mean? Like you just can't do
Yep.
it.
I know
On
somebody
either
like that.
side of the coin, like you can't do it.
Yep. I deal with the same stuff with boxing, man. People just walk up on me like, "Yo, what's up?" Like, and then they see me hitting the heavy bag, like, "Oh, I should. All right, I'm gonna step off." Oh, so now you respect. Now you know that I can whoop your ass. Now you respect me. No, like you should. Just because I'm short doesn't mean I won't whoop your fucking ass, bro. Like show some respect. Like that's like stop judging a book by its cover. Like it's corny. So people think I'm stupid, but if you have any conversation with me, you would know I'm not stupid. I'm probably an asshole the way I point out when people do stupid shit or say stupid shit. Like I have a problem with that more than I have a problem not understanding. So
Mhm.
talk to me correctly or talk to me with some respect, and then we can be cool. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues. But
Yeah,
that
that's probably the biggest thing as a parent to try to instill in your kids is just respect, man. More than anything else, I think that might be the most important thing. Even if you don't understand someone's opinion or agree with them, like you should still respect them no matter what, unless they're like harming you in some way. Like just respect them. You can completely like disagree with anything they are saying, like and just think they're completely in the wrong, but like respect is a big thing, man. Just
show
respect.
respect.
Just respect them.
All right. So we can go to our last game. We're gonna
Cool.
end it off. You already know Liverpool versus Watford. This is a pretty interesting game, even though I guess it wasn't close, but it was a good game to watch. So
Yeah, I mean,
us.
I just think at this point, like if you're following the Premier League, like every Man City game and every Liverpool game is just worth a little bit more